I don't know how to say what I'm feeling, and I don't have words to write you a song. I have this hope, I have this prayer, and I am believing. Your words are true. You never leave us alone. Man, I just got to share this real quick with you, and then we're going to move into this. Listen to this. I was at this major meeting, you know, and I've had my share of being an immature young man, you know, and I was at this major meeting, and there was an old prophet there, and I've been my wife and I have been blessed to be fathered very, very well by many spiritual fathers in the body of Christ, in the church, in our own families. And we've been, you know, our desperation, the whole reason we started Key of David Ministries, the whole reason was that government was given, Key of David authority was given to Jesus. We don't have the Key of David. Key of David authority was given to Jesus. The Father gave Jesus the Key of David. It opens doors that no one can close and closes doors that no one can open. But the more we operate in the way, in the life of Jesus, as you know, I say this an awful lot, but he was the ultimate prophet. He was the ultimate teacher. He was the ultimate priest. He was the ultimate intercessor. He was the ultimate worshiper because he was the ultimate son. See, the more we operate in that, the more we're operating in that governmental authority where it opens doors that nobody can close. Because you're walking in what's been given to you by grace, not by man. See? And so I was a little bit frustrated because I was in this meeting and these prophets were just talking and I just wasn't getting a fatherly feel. And I actually asked the question, I'll probably get in trouble for this, but I asked the question in this meeting, I said, you know what our generation needs, 30 and under? I'll just speak for us. We need you older generation of prophets and apostles, whatever, you know, because I'd never, you know, our generation would never, nor Paul's, by the way, would ever, you know. I mean, Paul didn't walk around with cards with Apostle Paul on it. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. But you know what's so funny too is this whole thing that's come into the body that we're all supposed to tell everybody that they're bishop, and that's honoring. You know what I mean? And they're apostle. That is not good, because that's actually the opposite. It's actually antichrist. Because Jesus didn't need to have you tell him he was the Son of God. And Paul didn't need for you to tell him that he was an okay apostle. He knew he was okay because God called him, and he actually said it himself, you see. God. And if God says it over your life, you don't need anybody to tell you what you are. And in fact, you don't even want them to say that. You know, people started deeming my music prophetic. I said, please don't do that. I'm not going to call it prophetic. I'll let God call it prophetic if he wants. I'll let it be prophetic if it is. But all it is for me is when I wrote Dying Star, I was the dying star. You see? Then you just share it and everybody says, whoa, I'm a dying star too. Anyway. I'm going to share with you a little bit, but I want to get into this. But I want you to understand, this is so funny, just to give you a little more insight. And I had this song a few weeks ago, and I'm coming back from this conference, and I had asked these guys, I said, we need a definition of what it means to be successful. Because I think our generation, looking at you all, thinks that what it means to be a successful minister is that we drive a really nice car and have a huge ministry. And that's going to be a little difficult in the end time harvest. Do you know what I mean? Because there's not going to be, we're talking about a mass army of people that are carrying the gospel of Jesus Christ. It's actually going to diminish this whole, Jason Upton's in town. It's going to put us out of business. You see what I'm saying? This is why we're not preaching this, because it's going to put me out of business. See, I want you just to buy my CDs, and I want you to vicariously worship through me for the rest of your life if I'm doing a business here. But impartation is going to set you free to start doing the work of the kingdom. And then we have to just trust. Then we just have to trust that there's enough stuff to be doing, and God will know what we're supposed to be doing. You see? So anyway, I'm kind of kidding about that a little bit, but it's the truth. All right. So so I'm in this meeting, and he says to me, he looks right at me and says, "That's a great question. Complete governmental takeover." I started laughing in the middle of the meeting. Complete government. We're going to take over the government. I said, "Are you kidding? We're going to take over the government? Didn't we already do that?" Are you telling me that our lousy, good-for-nothing, pathetic, fear-based church is going to take over government? Is that what we're going to do? We don't even know what it is to be a son. We're going to take over the government? Whoa! Whoa! Woo! Well, I just want everybody to know here that I'm not on the ballot to be president. I have a hard time balancing my checkbook. Good grief. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, woo! We cannot even stay together in union. Like, the minute anything that's going to create tension over our way of doing it, because we're creating businesses instead of preaching the gospel, it's like the gospel can be preached. The simple gospel of Jesus Christ right now almost in the church is going to make more of an offense than telling you that you can all get rich. So, anyway. So all these divisions, the tension, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to be a good government. Because you know what? Jesus never was up for election, and neither was Paul. We do not live for the kingdom of this world. That's why when we take over government, we destroy the world. Do you understand that? That's not me speaking, that's history speaking. You go look it up in the history books yourself. Christianity was never supposed to be a movement to take over the government of the world. It was supposed to be people that have a prophetic heart. And you know what that means? It's not the future or fortune or fame of you and me. It's about being intertwined with the feelings of the heart of God. So anyway, I was on fire like this, see? See, and the Lord gets upset with me when I get on fire like this. I have to be, okay, calm down. Intervention! I'm just kidding. So I'm on the plane ride back, and I was so upset. I said, "There's a whole generation that's not even going to church anymore, and it's not because they don't believe in Jesus. It's because they don't trust you." I said, "And we're playing games here. I have fathers that sit down with me and say, Jason, the worst thing that you could ever do is what you're not called to be doing and be successful at it.